the front of the coach. Inside the front storage compartment, you have your battery disconnect, which I recommend turning off anytime you put it in storage and is not using it. You got your 2 deep cell marine RV batteries, your generator, and then over here on the other side is the hydraulic system for the leveling jacks. On both sides we have the propane tanks. One's here, one's on the other side as well. And then we have our automatic switchover valve here. Whenever it turns red, it's letting you know that there is no propane to that line. And all you do is switch it over. It'll turn clear, letting you know that that line has pressure and is full. I recommend leaving one tank on and one tank off so you don't completely run out of propane, because if they're both on, it'll automatically switch over without your knowledge. Here in this storage compartment, we got your sewer hose, your inverter, then we have the leveling system here, your outside shower, which has hot and cold, and then city water and a black tank flush. Anytime you're using a black tank flush, you want to make sure that you're hooked up to the water and to a dump station with the black tank open, because you can overfill the black tank if it stays closed and you're putting water to it. Whenever you're hooking up to the water system, you're always going to hook your hose into here into the city water, and depending on how the valves are turned is how the system is going to operate. So dry camping is going to be sucking water from the fresh tank into the system. City water is going to be if you have an all full hookup and have your hose hooked to the city water here, it's going to feed water straight from the spigot into the camper like it does at the house. Power fill tank is how you fill your fresh tank. So to fill the fresh tank, you're going to turn it to power fill tank. Once the tank is full, to suck water out of it, you're going to turn it to dry camping. Winterized mode, you can't get to all those positions. Then you hook your winterizing hose into here, turn the pump on, and it bypasses the water heater and everything it needs to winterize the unit. Just basically run all the faucets and everything until pink comes out. This is a third-party solar panel hookup. You can buy a solar panel and plug it in and have it sitting on the side of the coach. Your dump valves are here. You got a black tank here and a gray tank here. And all the monitor panels are inside to let you know how full or empty they are. The leveling system here, to power it up, you just simply turn it on, hit power. And then to do the auto level, you just simply hit auto level. And it's going to level the front first and then bring down the rear 4 jacks until it's all stabilized and level. This takes a minute. I guess I can keep on going.
Yeah.
Next to it is the water heater. It's a 10-gallon water heater. I recommend draining the water heater after every camping trip so the water does not become stagnant and smell like rotten eggs. So the way you do that is you turn the water system off, depressurize it through here, and once the water quits pouring out, you're going to take the plug out of here, which is a 15/16 socket, and just let the water drain out onto the ground. And whenever you're ready to use the system again, reinstall the plug, open the pop-off valve, and turn your water source on via water pump or city water. And once water starts shooting out the pop-off valve, you know that the water heater is full and ready to be turned on. This right here is your furnace. It blows out hot air, so whenever it's on and shortly after, it's hot, so just be cautious. I can open this later. Behind here is the backside of the refrigerator. And then below it, right here, by the stabilizing jack, is your fresh tank drain. So whenever you're ready to drain the fresh tank, you simply turn it and it'll start draining out. The dump valve is here. So this is where you're gonna hook your sewer hose. Simply take the cap off, twist your hose under there, put the other end in the ground, and then you're gonna open up your gray tank first, let that drain out, or sorry, your black tank first and let that drain out. And then after your black tank is done draining, you're gonna close it and open the gray to drain it as well, which will rinse out your hose and your tubes. Oh, it doesn't say. This one behind here is a secondary gray tank, which is going to be strictly the sink and the kitchen. Right here is the secondary black tank flush, which operates just like the one we explained up front. Just whenever you're hooked up to it, always make sure that the black tank is open, hooked up to a dump station. Your secondary black tank dump handle is located behind the tire here. And this is the secondary dump station. This will drain out the sink and the toilet in the rear area. Right here is where you add the fuel for your generator. And this is where you add the fuel for all your toys. The pump is here. Whenever you're filling, you always want to ground the system to whatever you're filling. So the handlebars or whatever, something metal onto whatever toy you're filling up. And then inside will actually be the switch that will turn on. And then there's also an emergency shutoff switch right here. So if anything ever goes haywire or wrong, you simply pull it down and it'll shut the system off. Behind here is the Samicon system. You pull it on out, you hook it into the dump station area, and you turn it on, and it will start sucking the water and everything out of the gray tanks and the black tanks, making dumping a little bit faster and more smoothly. You have your power cord here. You simply twist a quarter turn and then twist this until it gets tight to lock it in. And it's a 50 amp cord, and it's about 35 feet long. Right here's your rear ladder. I recommend getting up on the roof about twice a year at the beginning and the end of every camping season, just to check the actual roof material and all the seals up there. If you see any kind of damage or start cracking on the seals, you want to clean it with denatured alcohol and put a product called Dicor over any kind of problem areas, which will level inside and then level off on top, taking care of the problem. To put your ladder up and down, you simply just pull these two tabs, one here and one here, and then lift up for towing. And just simply lock it up. Here's the rear porch area. You have your ladder here, which just simply lifts up and slides in, and your